Please be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is a case of Myers versus Black.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Ms. Myers, you say that 4 years ago you had a relationship with Mr. Black that resulted in the birth of your son, Logan. You claim that after initially accepting your son, Mr. Black turned his back on you and started denying your baby. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Black, you state you had only a 2-week fling with Ms. Myers while she was cheating on her boyfriend. You say Ms. Myers is a promiscuous opportunist and you will prove you are not her child's father. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Myers, why have you waited 3 years to bring this case to court?
Well, now Logan's old enough to ask questions. So when it's Logan's first day of school, he'll ask, where's Tyrell? Or he'll ask, why isn't he there?
Because he thinks Mr. Black is his biological father. That's what you've told him.
Yes, ma'am.
So, Mr. Black, you're not showing up for the first day of school, anything?
No, Your Honor. I have a lot of doubt on the reason why I'm not the father compared to what Jasmine had done with a lot of shady things that made me believe I am not the father. So
he doesn't show up for his birthday parties. He promised Logan that he would come to his third birthday party, and he did not show up. So Logan was very upset.
Now, take me back, because you admittedly, Mr. Black, you say you haven't done anything
No,
for
ma'am.
this child.
No, ma'am.
3 years.
Not only that, he's bought like probably 3 pair of shoes, and he's came to my family's house.
So you come to her family's house, but you just aren't really buying in that you're this child's biological father.
Correct, Your Honor.
How did you all meet?
We met on Facebook. We went to the same high school.
Oh, so you went to high school together, and then you reconnected on Facebook.
Yes, ma'am.
And then what happened? It turned into what? Dating?
It
A
turned
relationship?
into dating. We were talking for like
We were not
almost.
dating.
We were talking for almost like 3 months before Tyrell went back to his other child's mother, and then
wasn't
he
dating.
accused me of
2
cheating
weeks.
and lying to him.
It was
It was
2
not
week
2
fling.
weeks. It was more than 2 weeks.
It was a 2-week fling.
So you said it was 2 weeks.
Yes, ma'am.
Was it 2
So who
weeks?
picks? No, ma'am. So who picks someone up from work? Who sleeps with the person? Who does
I never
homework
picked
with
up
the
work.
person? Who does different things with the person and expect that not to be a relationship?
It was
So
just
in
casual.
your mind, he was your boyfriend.
He was.
Casual sex. That's all it was.
It was not. That's a lie.
You think you in a relationship and got a boyfriend?
He asked me to have his child. That's the thing.
How you
But
act-
in
how
2
you
weeks?
ask that and you had a
It
boyfriend?
was more than 2 weeks. I was
You
not
had a
in a
boyfriend.
relationship with anyone else.
I was a side dude I found out later.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
How long was it?
It was more than 2 weeks. It was going on almost 4 months. Like, he came around my
Weeks.
family. Like, when I would go places with Logan, Tyrell would show up and my family members would be
No.
there.
But Mr. Black, even though you may say it was just 2 weeks, you know it really just takes 2 seconds to make a baby.
I learned that. I have learned that, Your Honor.
So take me to the day you found out Ms. Myers was pregnant. What happened?
She was about 8 months pregnant, and I got a courtesy call at work.
A courtesy call.
Yes. I got
That's
a
not
courtesy
true.
call.
That's not
It
true.
went exactly like this.
That's
I'm
not
just
true.
calling you to let you know I'm pregnant, but don't
That's
worry,
not
you're
true.
not the father. It's my boyfriend's baby.
That's not
I just
true.
want to let you know just in case you hear something in the street.
That's not true. I texted him and told him that I was sick. And he told me, well, maybe you should go to the doctor. So I ended up going to the doctor and finding out that I was actually pregnant. So I texted him and I was like, I'm actually pregnant. And at first, he would, ask, how did my doctor's appointment go? Or how was I feeling? And then he slowly just drifted away and disappeared.
You were with your boyfriend at the time.
That's a lie.
So wait a minute, Ms. Myers. Mr. Black just testified clearly. He did not even know you were pregnant until you were 8 months pregnant when you called with the courtesy call.
That's a lie. What it is, he doesn't want someone to know that he has 3 different kids by 3 different women.
That doesn't bother me. If that was the case, we could have been settled
He even
this.
texted me that
We could
and
have been
said he
settled
doesn't
this.
want the world to know he has another child by another woman.
Okay, so hold on. You said
didn't
you
want it
told
back.
him right away.
Yes.
And after you told him, then he slowly started drifting away because he didn't want to be involved.
Not only that, he was back with his ex-girlfriend.
So you're back with your ex.
Yes.
You get the courtesy call. Once you get the courtesy call, what are you thinking?
I'm like, okay, so if you're saying I'm not and it's your boyfriend, then why I'm getting this call?
That's not true.
I should be alarmed. Like, I'm a little
That's not
confused
true.
on why I'm getting this call.
Because it was a courtesy
'Cause-
call.
Exactly. Like,
That's not true.
if I'm not the father, why are you calling me?
That's
Is it
not
because
true.
you're unsure? Are you making these other calls? I don't know.
That's not true. I've never had a doubt that he wasn't Logan's father.
Were you dating somebody else at the time you were dating Mr. Black?
No, ma'am. And I told him 3 months after I was pregnant. It was not 8 months later.
It was 8 months.
That's a lie.
Okay, so Jerome, somebody lying. Mhm. All right, so Mr. Black, how did you find out Logan was born?
Same day she had it, Your Honor, I was actually at work on my lunch break, and I got a phone call saying, hey,
Another
I'm at the
courtesy call?
Yep. I'm at the hospital. I'm in labor. I'm about to have him, et cetera, et cetera.
That's
And
not
why do you
true.
think you getting that call if you not the dad?
That's not
And
true.
see, that's
He
why
was
I'm
not
confused,
at
Your Honor,
work.
because at the same time, I
He
got
was not
approval
at
to
work.
get off of work, go to the hospital to see
lie.
him. When I got there, they told me I was not allowed to see it because she refused to have me
That's
come in
a
the room
lie.
because her
That's-
boyfriend at the
that's
time
a lie.
was there.
That's a lie.
He was there with her family, and she didn't want everybody to know she was cheating.
That's a lie.
Hold on. Wait. If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. So you get another courtesy call, you're at work.
Yes.
You say the baby's being born.
Yes.
Now, even though this is not your baby, could not be your baby, you don't think it's your baby, you ain't never heard of this baby, you decide you're gonna get off work anyway because you got a courtesy call.
Yes.
And you gonna go on up to the hospital.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, why are you going?
I want to go to find out if I'm the father or not because I keep getting these courtesy
So-
calls. So apparently you must feel like I am the father. So let me come and see what's going on.
But when you got there, you couldn't get up.
Couldn't get up. They told me, she said specifically she did not want me to come in the room. She didn't want me to see the baby. No, none of that. At the time, her boyfriend was there with her family, and I guess she felt embarrassed if I would have showed up like, hey, this might be the father. And she didn't want to call
That's
him.
not-
So when you got turned away downstairs at the hospital, what did you do?
I went back to work.
I went back to work, okay? I had to get my money. Well, that was smart. So you went on back to work, and at that moment, you said, you don't know why she's calling me because the guy up there must be the dad.
He even signed a birth certificate there, so that let me know he had to be the father.
That's not true. It
He
was a
signed
reason
the
for
birth-
He
all of
signed it
that.
at the hospital.
It was
right
a reason
there.
for all of that. I was in labor. I called Tyrell and I said, "Hey, I'm in labor." And apparently his girlfriend at the time, or whoever she was, he was not at work. She snatched the phone from him. She's like, "Oh no, baby, Tyrell's not coming." And so Tyrell did not come while I was in labor. He came 3 days later, and I did tell the nurse, don't let him up because I've had this baby by myself. I've went through this by myself, and I called him, and he didn't come because she told him not to.
Hold on. So you're saying he didn't show up the day the baby was born.
He showed up 3 days.
You
later.
say he showed up 3 days later, and by that time, you got all caught up in your feelings and decided, okay, he can't come up here then.
Yes, Your Honor.
But why did you let another man sign the birth certificate?
Because I was young, and it was wrong. I was young, and I was angry, and I was talking to him.
Were you dating, or
No.
could he potentially be the father too?
We were just dating. He could not potentially
Same
be the
guy
father.
dating before
I'm
we was messing
100%
around.
that he's his dad. Like, I slept with nobody else. He looks just like him. He's lactose intolerant.
What
Logan's
that got to do?
He looks
What
just
that has
like
to do with it?
That's usually something that's hereditary.
So why?
Hold on, I'm still stuck at lactose intolerance. I don't think that's sufficient evidence, Ms. Myers. Ms. Myers, are you convinced Mr. Black is the father because he's lactose intolerant or because it's the only man you were really sleeping with at the
because
time?
it was the only man I was sleeping with at the time.
No, you wasn't. No, you wasn't.
So you weren't having
That's a
sex
lie.
with anybody else?
No, ma'am.
How do you know
Three-
she was with somebody else?
3 months after Logan was born, she asked me for a DNA test after she asked 2 or 3 other people.
That's a lie.
prior
I did
before
not
me.
ask him
So
for-
it was
that's a
process
lie.
elimination.
That's a lie.
It was
I did not
process
ask.
elimination.
I did not ask him for a
It was
DNA
process
test.
elimination.
I did not ask
She was
him
going
to ask
down.
me for a DNA test, and I told him, sure, since you want to act like Logan's not yours, if I have to pay for a DNA test, I'm going to put you on child support. When I mentioned child support, he disappeared again and did
No,
not
I
ask
said,
anything
let's
else
do the
about a
test.
DNA test.
So you've never asked anybody else to take a
Never.
paternity test?
Never.
Wow.
Never.
Okay.
And how do you know this to be true?
Her ex-boyfriend actually called me on the phone.
That's a lie.
And had a conversation with me and
That's
said,
a lie.
man, I'm actually happy I just dodged the bullet. He's not mine.
That's a lie.
I hope it works out for you.
See, he
actually told me that.
No, his
He
dad
actually
said that I
told
told
me
him.
Wait a minute, you got another courtesy call.
From her
That's a
ex-boyfriend.
lie. That's
One
a
of the
lie.
ex-boyfriends.
No one took a test.
Okay.
Well, I mean, look, we talking about courtesy calls, we talking about lactose intolerance, we're talking about a lot of things.
He's lying.
But we're not talking about Logan. And he's 3.
Yes.
You testified in the beginning of this case that your baby now is missing. He feels the absence of a father. I mean, that's a very special age, and he is just
Yes.
precious. Ms. Myers, as a mother, how do you feel when Logan says, "Where's daddy? Where's
It hurts
daddy?"
my feelings because he'll appear and he'll act like, he'll be active and then he'll just disappear. So Logan wants to know why he comes and then he goes.
So he knows who his daddy is.
He does.
And Mr. Black has made an appearance, a courtesy
He's
call.
he's made multiple appearances in Logan's life. He came to his first birthday party.
He did.
Yes.
Do you tell Logan, "Call me daddy"? Is he
No.
call?
No.
Does he say dad? Does
No.
he say daddy?
I just say, "What's up, little man? How's it going?" I honestly try to avoid that because I don't want to confuse him. I don't want to
You
confuse
don't.
him
No,
no more
well,
than what
look,
he
I
already
do.
is.
I do respect that.
So how do you pop up into a child's life and you're just not sure? Why do you keep popping up?
Which is why I don't pop up. Which is why
You
I don't, because
continuously
I'm not
pop up.
not sure.
He's seen him in January.
You confusing this January?
He seen him in January.
That's a lie.
He promised to come to. He promised.
That is a lie.
He promised to come to Logan's 3rd birthday party, and he did not show up. And so Logan asked where he was, and I was like, "Baby, he's just not coming again."
And so, how does that make you feel?
Because it's not fair to Logan that he gets treated that way. Even though me and him may not get along, it's not fair to Logan. At the end of the day, it's not about us. It's about Logan.
But you put him in a situation.
Let's be honest. I feel like both of you all are complicit in this. Both of you have failed to do what's necessary to truly protect this child. Because all this running around, all this talking and laughing back and forth and courtesy calling, nobody has any courtesy for Logan. And so, what have you felt like, Ms. Myers? I want to understand, because a part of me is I'm skeptical because it's too matter of fact for you. Just the way you address him. And it doesn't make me feel like you really invested in this notion that he truly is Logan's biological father.
I reach out to him. I ask him, I invite him to parties. I tell him when something's wrong with Logan. When Logan needs something, I'll text him and he just doesn't respond.
But I need to understand whether you really are sure.
I'm absolutely positive. Like, I have no doubt that Logan's his child. Like, there's nothing that could make me feel like he's not. There's not even that little small piece in my mind that makes me feel like Logan's not his child, or that makes me unsure that Logan's not his child, because Logan is his child.
Finally, I feel like I'm looking at a mother.
I just feel like this is unnecessary. This shouldn't even be, because it should be about Logan, especially when he know that Logan's his child. And you're just abandoning him because you don't want the world to know that you have 3 different kids by 3 different people. And he's even sent me text messages that say that.
Have you ever just been very honest with the hurt you felt?
There's been multiple emotional messages to him telling him that Logan doesn't deserve this and that he should be in Logan's life knowing that he's his, and either he doesn't respond or he'll say something like off the wall, and I'll just stop texting him because I don't have time to argue with him because Logan needs my attention. I not only have one child, but I have 2. I have a daughter, and she has her dad, and it's not fair that, he treats Logan like he's his, but it's not fair to Logan that he doesn't have his actual dad and she does.
And then that's a comparison for Logan already at 3. He can see the difference.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I feel bad for him for that. And I'm hoping today we can get the answers that we need so this child can have the dad he deserves. Jerome, I'm ready for the results.
Me too.
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Myers versus Black, when it comes to 3-year-old Logan, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Black, you are the father.
That's fine. Can I see him? That's fine. That's okay.
You are the father.
Thank you. I can handle my responsibility as a father. May I see my little boy?
No, I appreciate that you want to see him. What are you feeling?
Relief and a little sad at the same time that I had to deal with all the stuff and the shadiness I had to deal with her. And it took this long to find out that he's actually mine and this could have been avoided. And he could have been a part of my life all this time. And it's kind of sad that he had to miss out on a lot of opportunities my other kids were getting.
I need you in this moment, before I adjourn this court, to stop being a victim. And I need you to own the part you played in that, because that's what a man would do. That's what a woman would do. And at the end of the day, I got an innocent child out here that at least we know now you are his biological father, but you've missed 3 years of very important dates and times and the love and affection. And I need you to take some accountability for that. I'm about sick of both of you all a little bit too matter of fact for me. You're getting on my nerves. There was something about the exchange between the both of you all day. It was just two. It was like a little tennis match. He said this and she said that and it's just arguing back and forth. But with no substance. And there's substance here. There's a baby here. It wasn't all on Ms. Myers. And Mr. Black, what you need to understand is you are the biological father, but you are not the legal father. Somebody else's name is on your child's birth certificate, and you are going to have to go back to your home state now and pursue an action in court to have that name changed. And Mom, Ms. Myers, you need to cooperate with him as he does that. And Ms. Myers, as the mother, you are that child's voice, right?
Yes, Your
So I
Honor.
want you to hold Mr. Black accountable, and if he says he's gonna be somewhere, then you let him know, no, you said you were gonna be there. Not, oh well, don't matter, because it matters to Logan.
Yes, Your Honor.
We have counseling and resources that you need to take advantage of. And you gotta right this wrong, Mr. Black.
Yes, ma'am.
So you all have responsibilities. I wish you all the very best. Court is adjourned.